Hi guys, Chief here. Thought I would do a wee video for kind of newer players in WvW regarding reward tracks and which ones I think you should go for first, which ones will make you the most profit, just stuff like that. So I thought I'd give it a little go. Right, so WvW reward tracks, what are they? Well, let's have a wee look. So if you hit the B key, which should be the default key to bring up your WvW panel, or if you've changed it somehow, it's just this little castle symbol up here. It'll bring up. Then you head to reward tracks panel, and you'll be greeted by a whole list of stuff. I'll have more than you because I've done obviously more things, but you'll have a general kind of basic starter pack of reward tracks to do. And these go up over time with your participation. So if you go over here, your Mist War participation, I'm at tier 6 and I get 195 little points every time this counter gets to 0, and it'll pop up this little bar, and that little bar here is representative of this bar here. So I'm on the last little square of this reward track part, and I can track it by this little box here. And these things will give you different rewards depending on which one you've picked, obviously. So if you've unlocked the Ascalonian catacombs, you can get the Ascalonian armor pieces at the end of this reward set, and it'll also give you stuff on your road up to the bigger one. Each one of these little squares will have 4 rewards in between each big box, and then you'll get to the last big box at the end, which will give you the main reward. And these are all different for different dungeons, for different events over the different expansions. So you've got some Dracon's Mons stuff here, you've got some Dragonfall stuff that give you all stuff to do with that event. Basically, if you're not doing PvE and you're just doing WvW, this is how you would get certain PvE elements if you were just concentrating on WvW. So where would I start in WvW reward track wise? Well, I would probably start, if you're going to spend a lot of time, if you feel like you are going to spend a lot of time in WvW with your guild running around, roaming about, I would start with the Workload reward track. It will give you a piece of the achievement, the Workload helmet, that you need to unlock your Workload. So if you look here, the reward track's final box, it will contain Imperial Fragments, Obsidian Shards, Mystic Clovers, and Workload helmet. That is needed to unlock your Workload through the achievements panel. So if you hit H and you scroll down to WvW and you go to WvW Workload, you will be given a whole bunch of achievements to do. Each one of these is like a part of your Workload that you need to collect by doing different things. And if you just have your reward track set to Workload, this one is a breeze, you'll just get it eventually over time, and then you can move on to a different reward track because it's not repeatable. So yeah, I would recommend getting the Workload reward track first, and then just working towards getting all these other parts. You go to WvW Workload on the wiki page, and it'll take you through all these steps how to get the other things. So yeah, first time here, WvW reward track for the Workload. So another reason you would be in WvW is possibly because you're trying to do some legendary crafting, legendary weapons, legendary armor. All that stuff needs these, the Gift of Battle, and as far as I'm aware, this is the only way you can get these, is by playing WvW and going through this reward track. So if you're just here for just to make legendaries, I would just ignore the Workload. You're not going to need it. You're not going to be here long enough to even care. Just batter through this reward track. Try and get as many as these as you can, and you'll probably make a little bit of money on the way. I mean, you're going to get your 2 Mystic Clovers, which is good for your legendary crafting. Your Amalgamated Gemstone, they sell for about 60 a piece on the trading post. You'll get Memories of Battle, which are about 40 odd silver a piece. You'll get 10 of them there, and you'll get another 10 there somewhere. So yeah, you'll make a little bit of money if you keep repeating this reward track. It's not the most profitable reward track. I wouldn't go out of my way to just farm this one, but certainly if you're just here to get the Gift of Battle for your legendary, that's the way to do it. And you'll make a little bit of money. Speaking of legendaries and stuff like that, and legendary armor, if you want to go for the World v World legendary armor, which is quite a lengthy process, but it's doable, you can run the Triumphant Armor reward track, and that will give you the exotic versions of the armor pieces you need. So to get the ascended stuff, you need to have the exotic stuff first, and to get the exotic stuff you have to unlock it through that reward track, and then you can purchase the exotic versions of it. As you can see, I've got all my legendary armor through World v World, so I've unlocked all of it, and that'll cost Memories of Battle and skirmish tickets. But yeah, so if you want to get your legendary armor, you have to do the Triumphant one. So you've been in World v World for a while now. You've got your Workload, you've got your Gifts of Battle. You're going to start making your legendaries, and you want to start making a little bit of money in World v World, which I highly recommend not doing if you want money. Just go do some PvE farming. But if you're in World v World anyway and you have your reward track running, I would go for the Ender Dragons reward track, as it is right now the highest profit reward track at the minute, closely followed by the Gothmar Valley reward track. So where's that Gothmar Valley one? This gives you the little rock out emote at the end, and that's basically just because this Gothmar legendary weapons cache here, there's a staff in there you can sell for, I think it's going for maybe 9 gold or something at the minute. But yeah, the most profitable one is by the Ender Dragons one, and at the end of it you get this Canthan armor box, and if you choose the Berserker light antique leggings, those are the most expensive, and they will sell for 2 odd gold each. And obviously on the way you'll get a whole bunch of Memories of Battle which can be sold. I think there's 15 in there, so that's 2 gold profit. The Writs of Kyning, Echovald, those all can be converted to Imperial Favours, and the reason that's handy is because you can use Imperial Favours to buy things to make precursors. I'll put up a little clip of me doing that. I've made quite a bit of profit just by, I had about 10,000 favours just by converting these to Imperial Favours, and yeah, I was making a good bit of gold of making precursors. And there's also other, like this Champion's Weapon box. If you choose the Gate of Heaven from there, that goes for nearly 2 gold. And yeah, all the other things, just it all adds up, and this is the most profitable one, is just by spamming this. But yeah, if you go to fast.farming-community.eu, I'll put a link in the description and stuff that'll take you to there. You can actually type into their little search bar World v World reward tracks, and that's how you can find out or keep on top of which ones are the most profitable. These guys will keep this updated pretty regularly, and as I say, currently you can make 19 gold, 37 silver from the Ender Dragons reward track here, making it the most profitable. Unfortunately, all the ones you can actually make a little bit of gold from are all expansion based ones. You can't make much profit from these like the core stuff, because you can't actually sell the armor pieces, so it would only be if you wanted to get those armor pieces because you like the look of them. There's not really a lot of profit can be made from all the core ones, unfortunately. So you're going to have the expansions, and it depends on what you really want from World v World. But as I say, if you're just playing World v World solely just because you love the game mode, you might as well run the Ender Dragons reward track, because it's going to give you the most gold as you're just playing the game mode, really. So another thing is World v World reward potions. So you get these whenever you do your dailies and stuff like that, and if you click on them, it will progress this bar a little quicker. So I'm going to activate this new one that I've not done yet, and we'll see what we get from this fantastic chest. But it does mean I need to click this 80 times, so please bear with me while there we go. That is that completed. So I'm not going to bore you and go through the whole thing of me opening up every single thing and showing you what's in it. You can do it for yourself eventually. I made maybe a couple of gold profit out of the whole lot just by selling the junk. That end box was rubbish. Apparently I have done that before, which is annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I kind of just trickle a little money into my account through World v World just by running that single reward track. The highest gold you can get in a reward track is this one here. So if you're finished with your gifts of battle, if you're finished with your getting your war claw, and you have Ender Dragons, that's the boy for you. You will get the most profit from EOD reward track. Hopefully this was helpful. Catch you in the next one.